The Indianapolis Colts were 8-2. 8 wins. 2 losses. A season that looked alive, dangerous, and ready to break a playoff drought. And now? They're home. Again. No postseason. No redemption. Just questions, and one massive decision staring owner Carlie Irsay-Gordon straight in the face. Should the Colts finally move on from Shane Steichen? Or is firing him about to become the biggest mistake this franchise makes? Because one legendary voice from Indianapolis history is speaking up, and he's begging the Colts to slow down. Welcome to NFL Snapwire, where the biggest NFL stories meet the real truth behind the headlines. The 2025 season felt different in Indianapolis. Not because of splashy headlines. Not because of Super Bowl predictions. But because something quietly changed behind the scenes. For the first time in years, Carlie Irsay-Gordon wasn't distant. She wasn't watching from a luxury suite or stepping in only during crises. She was present. At practices. In meetings. Watching Shane Steichen coach his players up close. That level of involvement sent a message: this season mattered. And early on, it paid off. The Colts stormed into their bye week with an 8-2 record, looking like one of the AFC's most disciplined and balanced teams. The offense was efficient. The defense was timely. And quarterback Daniel Jones was playing the best football of his career. Indianapolis wasn't just winning, they were convincing people. Then the wheels came off. Week 14 against Jacksonville wasn't supposed to be the turning point. But one play changed the trajectory of the entire season. Daniel Jones went down with an Achilles tendon injury, season over. Just like that, the Colts lost their offensive engine. And the timing couldn't have been worse. Backup quarterback Anthony Richardson was already on injured reserve with an eye injury. The quarterback room was suddenly empty of options that Shane Steichen trusted. The Colts weren't just injured. They were exposed. Faced with a nightmare scenario, Shane Steichen made a move that shocked the league. He unretired Phillip Rivers. It was bold. It was emotional. And it was rooted in trust. Steichen believed Rivers' experience could stabilize the offense and keep the Colts alive. Instead, the gamble backfired. The Colts lost 3 straight games after the bye week. Momentum vanished. Confidence faded. And what once looked like a playoff lock turned into a free fall. By the time the dust settled, Indianapolis had suffered 6 losses after the bye. From 8-2 to eliminated. And history was made, for all the wrong reasons. With the Houston Texans winning in Week 17, the Colts were officially eliminated. That loss placed Indianapolis in an infamous category. They became the first team since 1995 to miss the playoffs after starting a season 8-2. Think about that. 3 decades of NFL history, and this collapse stands alone. That's the kind of stat that ends coaching tenures. And it's exactly why Shane Steichen's future now hangs in the balance. While fans and analysts sharpened their knives, one respected voice refused to pile on. Former Colts offensive coordinator and interim head coach Bruce Arians spoke up, loudly. On the Pat McAfee show, Arians delivered a message directly aimed at ownership. I hope the Colts don't make a change, because I think they're close. Be patient. You're very, very close. Don't let 1 or 2 injuries run you out of the whole damn thing. That wasn't nostalgia talking. That was experience. Arians has seen franchises self-destruct by panicking at the wrong moment. And in his eyes, firing Shane Steichen now would be exactly that. On paper, Shane Steichen's resume looks shaky. 2023, 9-8, missed playoffs after losing the finale to Houston. 2024, 8-9, missed playoffs again. 2025, 8-2 start, catastrophic collapse, no postseason. 3 years. 0 playoff appearances. That's usually enough to end a coaching run. But context matters. Steichen inherited instability. He coached through constant quarterback turnover. And every season, his team stayed competitive, even when the margins disappeared. And let's not forget, he's on a 6-year contract. That commitment wasn't accidental. This time, the decision isn't being made from a distance. Carlie Irsay-Gordon saw it all. She watched practices. She watched preparation. She saw how Steichen adjusted week to week. That's why no immediate decision has been made. In fact, Steichen himself admitted during a Week 18 press conference, "I have not had those conversations with Carlie. No firing. No endorsement. Just silence. And sometimes, silence is louder than anything else." One question continues to haunt this season. Why didn't Shane Steichen turn to Riley Leonard? The 6th-round rookie was healthy. He was on the depth chart. And yet, he never got his shot. Instead, the Colts leaned on a retired quarterback and paid the price. That decision alone may weigh heavily in ownership meetings. Was it loyalty? Fear? Or a lack of trust in player development? Those answers could determine Steichen's fate. This is the heart of the debate. Bruce Arians says they're close. The record before injury supports it. The collapse suggests otherwise. The truth? The Colts are talented, but fragile. They weren't prepared for adversity. They lacked contingency plans. And when injuries hit, everything unraveled. That's not just bad luck. That's leadership. Carlie Irsay-Gordon now faces the most important decision of her tenure. Option 1, stay the course. Trust Steichen. Reinforce depth. Fix the quarterback pipeline. Run it back healthier. New coach. New system. New voice. But also, more instability. And in a league where patience is rare, choosing stability might be the boldest move of all. Shane Steichen didn't lose the locker room. He didn't tank the season intentionally. But he did fail to adapt when everything went wrong. The Colts didn't just lose games. They lost belief. Now the question isn't whether the season was a failure, it clearly was. The real question is whether firing Shane Steichen fixes anything. Or whether it pushes the Colts even further from where they're trying to go. One decision. One franchise. And a future hanging in the balance. Should the Colts stay patient or finally hit reset? Let us know what you think in the comments. If you want real NFL stories without the noise, hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked to NFL Snapwire. We'll see you in the next one. American football.